Hello, in this video tutorial I'd like to show you how you can create some nice rocks using Sculptris. You can do better works using ZBrush, of course, or other modeling software, but I think that Sculptris is a very beautiful free alternative, and you can create beautiful rocks with this software. Now I'm going to show you how. This is a sphere, this is the default scene. Now I disable the symmetry. Oh, sorry, it was already disabled. Okay. Now I'd like to work with the brush, the draw brush, without enable the brush for now. Okay, so just drawing randomly some shape here, like this. It's not important what exactly you do now. Oh, sorry. Okay. Of course, for have a short tutorial, I'll do these movements very fast. Okay. Let's try to enable clay function. Let's try to take a shape, to give a shape, sorry, to this rock. Let the shape you are creating inspires you. Okay, something like this. Why not? Now trying to scale a little bit to have some interesting shape. Of course, in this video tutorial, I suppose you already know how to use Sculptris. Okay, so if you don't know how to use Sculptris, please try to search on the web. You can find many tutorials, even to the website of Pixologic. Okay, now this is our base shape. You can see that we have this density of triangles. Now we are going to subdivide again, and now we are going to use the flat tool. Enable lock plane. You can do it using the F key on the keyboard, and try to change again a little bit the shape of this. Control Z to undo. Okay, to control a little bit more the shape, to give to our rock some flat areas. Trying to do this shape like a rock can be in nature. Use the shape you find in the rock you have just made, so don't worry about creating some extra detail. You can do this later. Just work with the shape you have here. I'm using a mouse this time, but it's better if you have work on tablets to use the tablet and a pen. And it is really funny. I haven't got a tablet actually, but this time I'm using the mouse because I'm too lazy to connect my tablet now. Okay, I think to pause this tutorial and to be not so boring. See you later when I finish this operation. By the way, you must continue to do this kind of flatten areas, and when you are satisfied, you pass to the next step. Okay, I continue a little bit with this work, and I achieved this kind of strange rock. And an important thing, if you working with this method notice some strange artifacts, holding shift you can smooth the areas, and usually, for example here, smooth this area is usually enough to solve all the problem you can see in your shape. Okay, now there is a basic shapeness and a little bit interesting. You can, of course, continue to do this work many times and again and again. And now we need to add some detail on these rocks, so I'd like to use my brush. For example, this brush, I created all these brushes in Photoshop. I'd like to try to use this one to show you what can be done with this. Use just a little bit of strength, not too much, and using this time not the flatten but the draw tool, try to add some detail. I usually use the detail very low because I like to work with the uniform polygon distribution. So going ahead with my work, I increase and subdivide. I increase the number of polygons subdividing the mesh. Now I've forgotten to do this. Okay, by the way, it's the same. Enable the brush and use it. And you can see now it works quite well. If you want, you can add some detail like this. But there is another way to use this brush, and I show you how. Click on directional and random. Enable a brush and decrease the intensity, the strength of the brush, and you can go randomly on your shape and you can add details, holding shift to adjust some artifacts or strange shape can appear on your rock. And you can add, for example, some detail here like this, or holding with the X key on the keyboard you can invert and change the direction of the brush, so you can have a nice variation. Okay, you can see now we have got quite good detail and not so flat areas. This is a method. Or you can even try something different, loading another brush I made in Photoshop. This one, brush 2. This need a very high amount of polygon to be beautiful to see. Now I try to increase the amount of polygons, okay, and increase the dimension of the brush, and you can see that detail that this brush can add a really beautiful. In the next step we'll fix some problem like this. Okay, you see that it's really amazing what you can do with this free application. Okay, now I've got some nice detail, and disable the brush, reduce the dimension, and let's work to fix these artifacts holding shift or selecting the smooth, but I need more strength in this case to be faster in this work. Okay. In this case, you must pass a lot of time to do that, but usually it's not necessary. Okay. Let's see if you have got some other. Okay, no. Now with the flat tool, if you here. With the flat tool, if you want, you can adjusting it again a little bit the shape and add some flat areas. You can try to disable a plane. Of course, now I'm doing all these things very quickly, so the detail, the beauty of the rocks is obtainable. This is just to show you what can be done with Sculptris. Okay, when you are satisfied with the shape of your rock, you can export the rock. For example, you can use even this other brush I created. To add cracks. Enable. Disable direction, sorry. And you can add these nice cracks on Sculpt. Disable a brush that can. Okay. Now I'd like to show you the rock inside view and how it works on a simple scene. Okay, this is the rock inside view. This is the final render of the rock with procedural texture I created, applied, and you can see that it's very beautiful. The geometrical details here and the details that are created by the bump mapping of view, and in this case with a procedural texture, the detail of the bump can be really incredible. So I worked just some minutes on this rock. If you spend much time, you can achieve very beautiful rock formations. This is basically the technique I use it to create my rocks set that you can find on cornucopia 3D store. So thank you for watching this video tutorial. I hope it can be useful for you, and have fun with Sculptris.